Wow, this is going to be a tough video to do in one take. Okay, here we go. Diving right into it. Blade grinds, blade shapes. We'll do the steels later. Here, we have a really cool double-edged blade by CRKT. This is a really cool river knife or surfing knife. As you can see, it is double-edged. It has an equal grind on each side. It's called the Sting. One-piece construction. Super awesome and very well balanced. Moving forward. This is a buck open season Skinner. It's a really cool hollow ground drop point Skinner. Now when I'm talking about hollow grind, I'm talking about this portion of the blade here, and that this is actually a convex shape. Okay, and that's going to give you really good edge geometry, having that convex shape leading up to the bevel. Drop point is this drop here. It's not straight across. Okay, so that is what makes a drop point a drop point. We'll skip over to this guy here. This is a good example of a drop point folder. This HK. Really cool knife. Deep belly drop point knife. Really cool. Extremely sharp. Got myself good with that one time. Oh, buddy. That bled for days. Alright. Another one here by CRKT. This is a Warncliffe style blade, otherwise known as sheep's foot. This is the Dragon. Cool knife. And I actually ground the rear portion of this off. It didn't come like this. It came with a piece on the rear here with a hole through it, like a kind of a lanyard loop or whatever. I thought it was cheesy. I wanted to be able to go reverse grip with it, so I took that thing right off of there. I like function with my knives, thanks. Okay, this guy here is an interesting grind. This is a convex grind. So it's actually an outer rounded edge here that drops down to the bevel, which does make it very hard to sharpen. Extremely hard to sharpen. But you get an edge on there, it'll retain it for a while. It's AUS steel. AUS 8 steel, I should say. This is a Tonto style point. So when you have this angular point here, that's what they call a Tonto style point, and that's designed for penetration rather than slicing. Okay, it's going to give you a thicker edge geometry up front, which is going to give you better penetrating power, and you'll have less chance of breaking your tip. Sucks when you break your tip, right? Okay. This guy here is the Buck 119. This is a staple. This has been in the game for a long time. Classic hunting knife. This is what they call a clip point style blade. So instead of it being straight across there, the blade dips down here like it's been clipped out. Got a nice deep belly here for skinning. A good long edge geometry here for cutting. And it is hollow ground as well with a fuller, also known as blood groove. So just a good all-around knife. The only ding on this knife is the handle. It has no retention. It's a slick handle. It does look really cool, but when it's, you know, muddy and bloody and stuff, yikes. Okay, moving down here to a little semi-auto folder by Smith & Wesson. It's M&P. This is a modified Tonto point. So you can see you have knives going with combinations of those edges. Lots of creativity out there in the knife world. Kind of a swedge here on the back. Really neat little knife. Only about 30 bucks or so. Would I recommend it? Sure. I've had this thing for like 15 years. It's still running strong. This guy is just a cheesy little Mexican special out the front. You know how it goes. I'm sure most of you guys out there have them. The reason this is on the table today is because it has a full flat grind. So from the spine here, which obviously isn't very wide, It just dives straight down into the bevel. There's no extra angles, there's no extra grinds, nothing there. That's just a full flat grind. Spear point. Very basic knife. Fun though. Sitting by a TV. Good times. This guy here is a Michael Walker by CRKT. Another cool little auto knife. And this guy is neat because it is what they call a single bevel grind. So there's no secondary grind here, okay? That's just a single edge that dives right into the cutting portion of the blade. As you can see, there is a secondary grind on that side. So yes, that's a single bevel grind in a clip style point. And the last one up here, got to cut this off soon, running out of recording space, is a Bally that has a crisp blade. This thing is huge. Look at my hand there. This knife is massive. But yes, a serpentine style blade, super cool. Just kind of a neat collection piece. You know, would you ever run this knife in any system? No, of course not. What's it really practical for besides just having some fun with, you know? Whatever. Good times. Anyway, I hope you guys learned a little bit from this video today about some different blade shapes and different grinds. We're going to go into different steels in the next video. Maybe not sequentially in the next video, but very soon we'll talk about it and I'll break it all down. Until then, later.